Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dawn. As you probably can tell, today's video is all about money. For those of you who are first timers, a little bit background on myself. I was born and raised in China and has lived in Canada for 7+ years. I achieved financial independence at age of 21, meaning what I have to spend comes entirely from what I earn. Now I am going on 25, striving for the next stage, which is financial freedom. To me, it means that what I want to spend doesn't have to rely on what I don't want to earn. Okay, money is a gigantic topic, and today we are just focusing on the spending part of it. I'm going to share all my expenses from the month of February. This is the first time I've managed to track every single expense for a month straight. There was a time when I thought money saving is fairly simple. You just kind of try to avoid any non-essential purchases and just try to be as frugal as you can. Turns out that's not the case. While that might work for somebody out there, I found out quickly that it's not very suitable for me or sustainable. It's like trying to lose body fat, and the approach I take is like trying to avoid any non-essential food for my body. Working against our body needs and our natural human desire. That desire to eat, that desire to buy things impulsively. I feel like it's not something you can simply just oppress, but rather something you have to like strategically tame it. I think what's worth spending is often subjective. I always end up like trying to justify for whatever purchases I was trying to make at the time, even though retrospectively thinking about it, I might actually regret it. So how do I maximize my happiness while I minimize the money I pay for it? After all, the money I managed to save today would help me have the ability to achieve happiness in the future. So that's why I made the commitment to track all my expenses. The idea is that only when I have tracked all my expenses and know how I spent my money, I can go back and have that awareness and foundational knowledge built up to realize what is the area that I can save in the future and what are something that I just absolutely cannot sacrifice. So without further ado, let's dive into it. So here is a record of all my expenses in February, including food, rent, entertainment, travel, miscellaneous expenses, some monthly payments, everything. Okay, so first up we have food. That is always has been the largest one, I think, in my spending, especially when a good part of February we are in provincial lockdown. So there's really not much to do other than eating. So first of all, a bit of my situation right now. I made the pandemic move from Vancouver to Waterloo, Ontario to stay with my boyfriend last year, but we do still keep our financials relatively separate. There is no joint banking accounts or credit cards or whatsoever, but we do share the food expenses in like a 40% and 60% fashion. The assumption here is that I eat less and he eats more every time, but honestly, I feel like I eat a lot too. Okay, so what do we have here? Let's take a look. Let's start with groceries because that's something we all need to do. For groceries, we usually go to TNT, Costco, and maybe Sobeys. Every time we go to Costco, we try to buy for at least half a week, if not a week of food. And then we go to TNT sometimes if I want to make Chinese food and I need Chinese food ingredients. Apparently, I really loved cooking during this month. That's why we went to TNT so many times. And the other one is Sobeys. It's closed, so we go there for anything that we found ourselves like in dire need. We did a lot of takeouts for the first half of February because we were still in lockdown. So 99 Mythic Duck, Kebab Shack, shawarma plus salsa. There is Kung Fu tea for my bubble tea cravings. Tim Hortons for breakfast usually. And we went to Marble Slab for ice cream. Then we have coffee category. There is only one purchase on February 18th. That is $6.27 spent on an oat milk latte. I believe it's a grande size from Starbucks. So this is actually really good compared to what I would spend previously. Previously, I would go to Starbucks like once a week. I didn't think it was a problem until my boyfriend basically kind of judged the shit out of me because I go to Starbucks so much and spend like $6 on a coffee that could be easily made at home. Anyways, I think I'm convinced like this is really expensive. Even though it's nice, it's some good enjoyment, it's good pleasure. I don't think I need every day. I don't think I need every week even. So yeah, once a month, good enough. Okay, so the last category is restaurant. This is really happening after the lockdown is lifted and we can finally go to restaurant to either sit out in the patio or go in under like the 10 people limit. So we went to Sensotae, we went to State and Main, we went to Lanzhou. This is a Chinese noodle place, also really good. We went to Benten, we went to Mashawi. And lastly, we have the Works, which cost us $52. Guys, at this point, I feel like this video might as well be just the food I recommend in Waterloo area. Cool, I think that covers everything. So let's take a look at the total that I spent on food is $1,270.91. But I only really paid 40% of it, so that comes out to be $508.36. That's not too bad. I think that's like $18 per day. So what, $6 per meal? So that is like a Starbucks. That is cheaper than a grande size Starbucks right there. For some reason, I feel like we ate out a lot that month and we like did a lot of takeout. So I thought it's gonna be way more than this, but it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. Next up is the fixed monthly expenses. So that's like the recurring expenses I have to make every single month. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the rent. I pay $400 for living here with my boyfriend. It's really, really low and I do feel really lucky that I could move out of my place at Vancouver, which cost me $1,400 a month to $400 a month, and that definitely helps me save a ton of money. Next up is the subscription for Spotify. There's no questions about that. I struggled with it, but that's something I just kind of have to pay because I need my music. Okay, then we have the gym membership fee, which is $5.64 bi-weekly. We only had one payment in February because the first part is in lockdown and they had to stop the payment. Regardless though, after the lockdown is lifted, there is no way we can actually grab an appointment spot. Yeah, so basically I'm not paying free money right now. That is the only thing, but whatever, it's $6. Another Starbucks. Another Starbucks gone. The last one is my phone bill, which is $54.73. So I'm actually really proud of this because until last month, until January, I was still paying about $66 monthly for the same plan, which is 6 gigabytes of data plus unlimited texting plus calling. I've had that plan for the longest time, and back then like the phone plans in Canada are just so expensive because monopoly and everything. But now I think it's actually getting more and more competitive. One day I was like, how can I reduce my phone bill? Because that is a lot. So yeah, I look it up and they have this exact same plan but reduced to $54, which is more than $10 less. So yeah, so here's the tip, is that you, every once in a while, you kind of want to check with your carrier if they have an updated plan, if they have a better plan, like better benefits, or even like less money for the same exact combo. Yeah, check that, because you don't want to pay that extra 10 bucks every month. Okay, so what we have talked about so far is more or less like on the fixed side. Next up, we are gonna have some super variable costs, so it could really vary from week to week to from month to month. So first of all, we have this, let's call it side hustle or like hobbies category. I bought this Blue Yeti caster that is a semi-professional recording microphone, and it's supposed to have a really nice sound quality. To be honest, do I need it? I'm not sure. I watched a lot of videos where they do use that, and I just absolutely love their sound quality. I don't know how much people care about that, like as audience. I've been eyeing on it for the longest time and it was always out of stock. When I say eyeing on it, it's just like I want to maybe get it, but I didn't really fully commit to having such a good microphone, because honestly I don't know how to get the most value out of it. And one day I checked and it's just like there is like a couple in stock, so I was like, oh my god, I have to get this because it's gonna be out of stock soon. Yeah, so that was the reason why I made this purchase. Anyways, I don't regret it, but I guess in retrospective I could have waited and thought about it more. Next up, we have travel flash fun. There's only 2 items there. One is our Airbnb cost. This is booked for a 3-day trip in March to this local ski resort we have. In total, $319.53, and so for me, split that in half is $106.51 for 3 nights. That is less than 40 bucks a night. We are there for ski, so we also got the ski day passes. That is about $80 to $90 per person per day. So for me, comes out to be $178.54. Okay, so last category is some miscellaneous purchases, which I totally forgot about when I was recording this video, so here's a quick summary. Cool, that is all my expenses by categories. Now, let's take a look at some numbers. My total comes out to be $1,841.08. That is a weekly average of $389 and a daily average of $56. So $56 a day. If you were to convert it to RMB, we times 520, I guess is the conversion rate right now. 291 RMB. Honestly, that is pretty good, I think, with all the rent and food, and I've got to toss in some entertainment and travel expenses. I even bought this microphone that I don't even need. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Anyways, overall, I'm pretty happy with these results. I think my spending looks relatively reasonable, and I definitely enjoyed all the restaurants and takeouts that I got to do, because home cooking can be really, really exhausting and tiring. Could I have slept on buying the microphone? Probably, but you know, sometimes you need just a teeny tiny bit of impulsiveness in your life, but just a teeny tiny bit. Anywho, that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos related to personal finance, financial independence, financial freedom, or money spending, etc., please also let me know, because I'm really happy to chat about and share what I know and what I do. Cool. That is all. Until next time. Bye.